skink right up above him with a cockroach in his mouth.
Alright, I gotta get my phone charged. I'll be back.
Lizards are taking care of the cockroaches out here. Imagine this is their backyard.
Be amazing.
I mean, it would flood.
Yeah.
But it would be pretty epic.
Get the water pumping out through there too.
Yeah, it's got a nice current. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Today we are at Gilchrist Blue Springs State Park. We are at the main spring head area right here. This is a very large spring head, pretty high volume. This thing is at least, I want to guess, 100 yards by 60 yards. It's a very large area for snorkeling. Most of the area is shallow, like you see right here. But back at the actual center of this whole thing is the spring head, which lies about 20 to 24 foot below the surface of the water. We had plans to hit a bunch of springs on the way up to here, but Hurricane Debbie still has much of this area of Florida still flooded out. So these smaller volume springs don't really have a strong enough current of spring water to pump out the dirty water that was pushed in by the rivers. So many of these springs were closed. We expected them to be okay 3 weeks after the hurricane. However, that was not the case. A lot of these springs would not answer their phones to ask them if they were open or not. So we just went ahead and just said, screw it, let's go for it. Well, we are only able to hit Gilchrist Blue Springs and Ginny Springs. So now we know, and hopefully you guys will know watching this, that if a hurricane rolls through the Big Bend area of Florida, I would probably wait at least a month, maybe a month and a half before you schedule a trip to this area to see these springs, because you might be let down like we were. However, Gilchrist Blue Springs right here did not disappoint. The water was about as clear as it can get in a natural spring in Florida. We saw a lot of animals in this spring, basically turtles, crayfish, and just all kinds of fish in general. This is the main spring head right here, so I'm going to actually dive down underwater here and try to get to the main little spot, which is right here. That's about 20 to 24 foot below the water. So, you know, if you can hold your breath for 30 seconds and regulate your ear pressure, you should be able to get down to the bottom of that and back up in one breath hold. Now, along the grassy edges that's where you'll find all the animals for the most part, like turtles. They like to kind of swim around through this tall grass. This guy was probably about 1.5 feet long, pretty large sized turtle. Then you also see the striped mullet. Schools of these things are all over the springs. They do come in the springs from the salt water, but I believe they do return to the salt water to breed. But you will find them in these colder waters all the time. This is our first time to this park, so we didn't really know what to expect, but we did see that they were fully open. They do have a few springs at this park. They got a couple that you have to access from a kayak and go upriver slightly, and you would come to a couple other springs there that they offer, but those were all blackened out from the floodwaters of the Santa Fe River. So the main spring head here was basically the only thing that we had access to. And that was okay, because we didn't plan on being here too long. So we swam around for about 2 hours, cooled off. It was really, really hot this trip, so stayed here for about 2 hours, and then we went next door to Ginny Springs and kind of hit that whole area again. We've got numerous videos of Ginny Springs on our channel, so feel free to check those out. I'm not going to share any more Ginny Springs on this channel, I don't think. So that's 24 foot down. Now, if you just stood still here at the edge in the shallows, these fish will come right up to you and they'll just completely surround you. These are just some standard bluegills that you'll see all over the freshwater springs. So this is off to this edge from the main hole. So this is just a couple foot deep in this area. This is where you'll find all the grass and the moss and the algae and everything else, the vegetation that will basically lead right up to the trees along the edge of the spring here. And this is where you'll find a lot of the animals. So if you're looking to see turtles and crayfish and smaller bait fish types of things, then you're going to want to come over to the edge of these springs. So this guy right here was beautiful. It's been a while since I've seen one that looked like this. He was at least 8 inches long. The thing was huge. I mean, he was almost a full lobster. So I just put the GoPro right down and close. Check him out. And like that, he was gone. This is a really great shot here. I mean, when you're doing this, nothing else exists. It's nice. It's peace and quiet, and it's just dead quiet underneath the water, and you're just swimming with turtles, and it's so chill. It's relaxing. Here's the very center of the spring head. So thanks for watching. Hopefully this helps you out. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments, and hit subscribe, and we'll see you next time.